Last week we talked about resultant vectors. This week we turn that on its head with another elusive concept called resolving vectors. Resolving vectors is a really simple concept that can help you understand how things move and solve the most complicated of questions. So how exactly do you resolve vectors? You split them up into two components, the x component and the y component. What are those? Well, to understand that, all we need to do is look at a simple graph. Let's follow the endpoint of this vector along the x and y axes. The point where the endpoint is in line with each axis becomes the length of the x component and y component respectively. How does this help us? Quite simply, you need a lot of power to resolve vectors, and with great power comes great responsibility. You guessed it! Your friendly neighborhood SpiderMan is here to help you understand. As you can see, when he swings, his webs have a tension force in them. Tension is a force that occurs in any string when it is pulled from both ends. See how the tension force is diagonal? That means that it has an x and a y component. Once we resolve it into its x and y components, we learn a lot more about these forces. The y component of the tension is equal and opposite to the weight force, so they cancel out each other. We are left with one last force, the x component of the tension, which points to the left. Since the net force points to the left and F is equal to m multiplied by a, SpiderMan accelerates to the left. Now good old Peter Parker can swing through the skies and onto the Goblin Glider. You have been watching another episode of SuperScience. This is the show where I show you how superheroes use physics, and you absorb this information and become a physics master yourself. Don't forget to like, subscribe, read comics, and watch movies. SuperScience out!